What's going on, guys? Welcome to the live stream. You guys having a great day today? Welcome and come on in. Start the live stream here on TikTok as well. What up? What is going on, guys? Welcome to the live stream, everyone. Thank you all of you guys for coming in. Don't forget to like. We're just taking a look here at Bitcoin, right? Tomorrow's gonna be a big day for Bitcoin. Kind of see what it's doing here. Just taking a look at Bitcoin real quick. What's up, bro? What's up, Flu? Jen, what's up, bro? Do you have any updates regarding BTC? Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys all the updates regarding Bitcoin. I mean, we're still in this pendant, but it looks like we're breaking to the downside, right? I told you guys, if we close here on the daily below that 25 and below the pendant, probability is we're going to 111. So tomorrow's gonna be a big day. We'll see. Today we didn't close below it, so that's good. But we kind of got a indecisive candle right here, and we started the new daily here red, right? So I mean, this could flip green. We'll see. Tomorrow's gonna be a big FOMC day. Hopefully we get some good bullish announcement regarding crypto and Bitcoin. But even with Bitcoin pulling back like this, a lot of altcoins are holding it pretty well. And we'll do here a daily market update. Just don't forget to like if you guys are on YouTube or TikTok. Once we get 1,000 likes, we'll do a daily market update. Yeah, I think that's what I said yesterday too. I said yesterday the probability is most likely we're going down here to kind of fill in this gap back to 111, 112 here, right? 112 probably. But what I said, what kind of guarantees it in a way, is if you get a daily close below that 25 MA, which acted as support right here, when we had that huge wick to 114, if we get that daily close right there, which would be below 116,600, then I would say that increases the probability, right? So that's like the cherry on top. Bob Singh thinks 110. I think, I would say 111, 112 here. But we shall see, right? I mean, tomorrow's going to be a big day. We're already starting to break here, as you can see. But apparently there's some big news coming out tomorrow, so hopefully it's good for the crypto market. You can see how we're flipping the momentum here. We're coming down here back to oversold. So, the fact that we're resetting this is good, but it shows you the momentum we're going down, right? We're going to probably break here and follow that momentum, that stochastic RSI. Which, I mean, when you really think about it, the stochastic RSI is kind of like foreshadowing what will happen. Just like right here, you see right here when Bitcoin was just starting to get up, right? We had a huge pump right there on stochastic, and then what happened later? Bitcoin had a huge pump, right? Same thing right now. Stochastic had a huge dump to oversold. right now we're kind of in this scenario. We're probably going to get a huge dump. So the stochastic RSI is a lot of times great because it kind of foreshadows what can happen here based on the daily. On the weekly, we're kind of still oversold, overbought. So we may start to flip here. You can see we're starting to flip slightly here. So you guys been killing it. Thank you for the likes. Don't forget to like. At 1,000 likes, we're gonna do the daily market update, and we'll check out some of your favorite coins. Let's check out Bitcoin dominance. Let's see how that's looking here, because it's been up here the last 2 weeks, right? We bounced off here from what, 60% back to 61. So we were able to reset that back to oversold, and now we're getting a bounce, right? So last time we were oversold like this was back here around 54%, and I believe we'll continue to move up here for Bitcoin dominance. So you might see altcoins continue to drop. We'll see. $110. What do you think about ADA? I'm very bullish on ADA. I think ADA is one of my favorite coins. On this drop, if you do get this drop, I'm gonna be looking to get in a long on ADA. But I've been buying a ton of ADA. I would say it's I mean, it's just a great coin because it has a great chart. It's a 3x, more than a 3x from its all-time high, and it's not like it's a low cap coin, right? It's a coin in the top 10. Has a great chart. And I mean, it's a 3x from its all-time high. So I believe ADA, like, I would rather pick ADA right now over Solana, right? That's just me. It might go up to all-time highs before a huge jump. You think so? Check Solana, please. We'll take a look at Solana. VPZ says, I just got out of Research Coin and Mooncap for now. You got out of it? You think we're gonna dump? Is that why you got out of it? And are you planning on going back in? Take a look here at Solana. We'll give you. I'm also gonna give you guys here my targets on this pullback if we have this big pullback for Bitcoin. So, you know, I'll give you my pullback targets here for the coins I check out. And by the way, if you guys want to know where I live trade, where I leverage trade, I trade on BTCC. If you guys use my link, the third link in my link bio, you get 10% deposit bonus over 500, and the max reward is a 10k. So you can get up to 10k with my 10% deposit bonus for BTCC. So definitely take advantage of it. It's the third link. Great exchange. So we'll take a look here at Solana, which that 25 on the monthly is support. We haven't broken it yet, which is good. And on the weekly, we got a beautiful bounce here on the 200 MA, right? So, you know, if you get that big pullback here, I mean, you can clearly see right here, there's a big chance we can come down to this level, which I would say it's kind of near that 200 on the daily, which is around 160, 165. All right, so that's where I can see Solana bottoming out if we get that big pullback for Bitcoin. Okay, but either way, on the daily, we got that golden cross on the daily. This is bullish. 25 over the 200. And usually when we get this golden cross, we usually pull back. So, you know, you want to buy the dips here if you're bullish on Solana, because I believe this momentum will continue. The 25 is going to keep going up, which is good. So I would say it's 165, 160 around here, right? Especially if you break that 175, 25 MA support on the daily. We're going to test that 200, which is around 163 right now. So what's my target for ADA on the all-time high target or pulling back target? What's up, Jay Pizzle? Jay Pizzle says, do you think this is a bull trap? No, I don't think this is a bull trap. I think we're just pulling back during this bull market. You know, we have these pullbacks all the time. And, you know, we didn't even dump yet. I mean, if we pull back here to, we dump here to 111. I would still be bullish in the market, right? I don't think the top will be in if we get this major dump here to 111 and 112. Rosa says, can you please look at XRP? Thanks. All-time high for ADA. Okay, I'll give you. Let's take a look at XRP first, and then I'll give you my ADA analysis. So, I'm liking XRP on the daily, and I told you guys I gave you my measured move here for XRP even before. You can check out my videos, because a lot of my videos are based on my live streams, because I want to have like, you know, like proof, right, that, you know, I actually did say these things. But I gave you here my measured move right here when XRP was starting to break out of this pennant, and the measured move, we're working our way up there, but it you know, it brings us to around 550. So I believe XRP will at least hit 550 this year. It could definitely go higher for sure, but I believe it will at least hit 550 very soon. We're just pulling back here. We can't keep going up only. I'm liking the daily because on the daily you can see right here we didn't just get that cross, which continued this pump for XRP right here, that golden cross. You know, we're coming down to test that 25. So that 25 MA on the daily right now is around $3, around 302, right? 302. So if you do pull back, I would say $3 is a strong support level for XRP. But if we get that major dump of Bitcoin, right, I mean, there's a big possibility. I would say the lowest XRP could possibly go is around 260 if we get that major dump, right? And again, this could take a couple weeks, right? Boom. But it's not a guarantee. It's just if we have that major dump to 110, 111, possibly for Bitcoin, right? Most likely XRP will hold this level right there. So I'm very bullish on XRP, and 550 I believe is coming up very soon. So now let's take a look at Cardano, which in my opinion, out of Solana, out of, you know, all the layer ones, I would say Cardano's at a great deal right now. Meaning, I think it can definitely give you some big X's, all-time highs, $3. I mean, it's 3x away from its all-time high. So, and it's in this nice ascending channel. So the direction is to the, you know, to the upside. And it's a top 10 coin. And just like BNB started to move big, broke all-time high, Solana started to move, XR, all the layer ones are starting to move very soon. And my prediction is Cardano and AVAX are going to start to move big. Okay, now if we do pull back here, what are some targets for Cardano? I mean, when you actually look at it, you can kind of see it, you know, kind of, you know, put in a inverted head and shoulders if we get this pullback. So if we pull back here to 67,
new subscriber,
and we get a bounce there, we put in the higher low right there. This is actually very bullish, right? This is a bullish pattern, the inverted head and shoulders formation to continue to the upside. So I'm actually rooting for Cardano to pull back here and create kind of this inverted head and shoulders formation. Now, where can it pull back? Well, you can kind of see on the daily, we're holding that 25, right? We're testing that 25. We might test it more tomorrow. Okay, but this is super bullish. This just tells you that Cardano is going to continue, you know, the trend is strong to the upside. That 25 crossing the 200, that is very bullish. Now, again, we could definitely break this and test these lows here of around 67 cents. So I would say the lowest it can go is around 67, around there. Right, put in the higher low right here around 67, 66. So that's what I would look here for Cardano. All right, which is honestly, which is on the weekly, is around where the 25 is. The 25 is around 70, 69, around here. So not too far from the weekly 25 MA. Yeah. Bro, you think XLM will get to 50 cents? Well, it did recently, right? That's where it got resistance. Right? I do believe it will eventually again. It's just pulling back, right? We're just creating this bull flag possibly here, you know, before we eventually break out of it. But XLM, I mean, XLM, you know, there's a big chance we can possibly, if we have that big crash for Bitcoin, 35, 37 cents. So don't get too panicked out here. If XLM is at 37, 35 cents, I think that'll be a great deal as it's pulling back here. Right, but you can see how strong this trend is here ever since XLM crossed that 25 also. All right. So with XRP being bullish, I believe XLM will follow it and eventually break out of this long-term pennant, as you can see right here for XLM. So on your biz, what's up, bro? Like the stream. Thank you guys. You guys been killing it. We got over 1,000 likes. Look at that. Thank you guys for 1,000 likes. You guys know what that means. The daily market update of the day. I'm pretty sure it's gonna look bad. Pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of coins down, but we'll check it out here on the daily. What coins are up? What coins are down? Oh wow, we actually got some coins up today. It's, you know, from last night's stream, there was really no coins up. But look at that, the coin I've been buying. I've been telling you guys I'm buying this coin over the last 3 days, and finally we get a green day pump. So I mean, this is a risky coin to buy. It just came out recently, but I've been buying it, and we're up pretty nicely today. So I'm up on pump. Other coins were up here. XDC up 9%, not bad. And Hex has been doing amazing here. Let's actually check on the monthly. I want to see how much Hex is up on the monthly. 161%. Wow. So look at that for Hex. Let's see what else is up here on the daily. Yeah, I mean, just, you know, some coins here I never heard about. Forum, never heard of that. And HTX, I believe it's an exchange, up 10%. But, you know, everything else down pretty bad here. Bonk down a lot. But again, Bonk's been up a ton recently. So, you know. 80 says tomorrow's news is going to determine. Yeah, I would say so. I would say tomorrow FOMC is going to be pretty big. And we kind of see it in the charts, right? We kind of see it here on the Bitcoin chart. I've been telling you guys here on the Bitcoin chart. You know, for more confirmation, if we go down here to 112, 111, I would say we'd have to get a daily close below that 25 MA on the daily. So right now, so if we get a daily close tomorrow below 116,800, below that 25 MA on the daily, then yeah, I would say we're probably, I mean, I would say that's a good time to short. Not financial advice. But again, I mean, just like right here, we got a fake out right here where we wicked all the way down, and you know, not a coincidence, we bounced on the 25 MA right there, and then we came back up independent. So tomorrow, I believe tomorrow, you know, we're either gonna be up here, right back to like 119, testing the top of the pennant if we get bullish news, or we get bearish news, we'll probably go down here to below 116,800 or so. So big day tomorrow. I wish I had off, right? If I had off, I'll definitely be live streaming in the day. So apparently tomorrow, I think there's some actually crypto news tomorrow. Someone said it's gonna be the first crypto news in the FOMC. So, you know, that's a pretty big deal. Maybe the news is they're buying Bitcoin reserve or something like that. So, you know, hopefully we get to see, maybe it'll be, you know, maybe we'll get to see Jerome Powell talk about crypto. That would be awesome. Yeah, I don't think anyone expects rate cuts. So if there is one, obviously the market will shoot up. Maybe he indicates more strongly a cut in September. Yeah, exactly, yeah. I think interest rates are going down. Yeah, me too. I believe eventually September. Honestly, I think Powell's just doing it on purpose. I think Powell doesn't want the market to go up right now for some reason, right? Maybe he doesn't like Trump. I don't know. So maybe he's just being stubborn with Trump right now. But for sure, September, I believe rates will be cut in September. Unless, you know, unless Powell's too stubborn and does it in October or November, right? Louis, why is XDC pumping? I don't know. Is there any news regarding XDC? We'll take a look at the chart. I haven't looked at XDC in a while. But I mean, I can kind of see why it's pumping. It recently had the golden cross right here on the daily. A lot of coins on the daily are having that golden cross, man. I've been seeing a lot of coins even pulling back, but this one for XDC was kind of opposite. We pumped up here on the cross. The reason why this is so important, guys, is because the 25 crossing over the 200 MA it just shows you long term, right, over the build up after the last months or so. The build up from the last months, the momentum is starting to flip strong to the upside. Okay, and man, last time this happened was right here. It was right here back in 2024. I mean, look at that. It just shows you the power of that golden cross, the 25 and 200. Look what happened, right? See how it explodes right there. So, you know, we're starting to get that again right there. So, very bullish on XDC. Jason says most people think no change to rates. Wouldn't markets just stay the status quo? What do you mean that most people don't think no change to rate? Let me read that again. You're talking about the markets just staying where it is? You think Dogecoin will break out? I have a long on Dogecoin. I'm down a little bit on it, but you know, my long is at 23 cents. And I'm prepared. I see that's the thing. When I leverage trade, I'm prepared if Dogecoin has a big drop to 19 cents or so. But yeah, I could see we're kind of oversold here on Dogecoin a little bit. I could see a breakout tomorrow if you have good news. If we do dump tomorrow, if you have bad news, I could see Dogecoin going here to the lowest is 19 cents. So I'll probably add more to my long if we drop here to 19 cents for Dogecoin. Okay. But I'm bullish on Dogecoin. I have a long in it for, you know, no reason. Because I any reason that I have long in it, so very bullish on it. Can you look at Penguin? You mean Pengu? Isn't the market priced in on Powell leaving? Yeah, that's what I think as well. I'm pretty sure the market is priced in the rates being cut in September or, you know, October. Hey, Money, what's up, Money? Let's put you in timeout, buddy. This dude's wasting his time here. What a clown. Shout out to you guys on YouTube. Don't forget to like, by the way. Pengu, yeah, Pengu, I got you. Let's analyze here, Pengu. I'll give you my honest opinion on Pengu. But man, Pengu has an amazing chart. Shout out to everyone who bought here at the lows here. Literally 1 to 4 5 months ago. Had a beautiful recovery, as you guys can see. And let me actually see right here. Yeah, this is better. I don't like getting the wicks. It's more accurate. See right there. And this is what I love too, right? After a big drop, when we have that bottom. So this is my strategy. This is what I love to show here if you guys want to find pullbacks, right? Based on Fibonacci. You see how we had a clear bottom right there and we started pumping, right? So what you could have done is you could have put this Fibonacci. All you would have really needed was the top, the bottom. And what you would have gotten was this 618 golden pocket, right? I made it gold for a reason. And that would have been the price level to buy on the pullback, because you can see we broke right through it on this GAD candle. Now we rejected that 0.38 and we actually bounced. We came back to the 618 and we got the bounce. So this is why I love Fibonacci. It gives you some targets for the pullbacks, which we came down to exactly the 618. Right, ever since then we had this beautiful bounce. Obviously we're getting resistance here. I remember 2 streams ago people asked me, is it a good time to buy Pengu now? And honestly, you know, I wouldn't buy right now because we're basically at all-time highs, you know, basically from where we launched. We're at, you know, at the highs from where we launched. The market is coming down with Bitcoin. So we're probably going to come down. Now the question is how, you know, where would we come down to? If you have a big dump here, I mean, Penguin's been holding them very well along with other altcoins, but if you have a big dump here, possibly look at 0.23. I can only see this happening if Bitcoin goes to 110, 111. But, you know, once we start to pick back up to the upside, I can see 0.76 to 10 cents. Okay. And the top, I mean, the top could possibly be here at the 618, which is around 17 cents. So again, we'll take this one day at a time, but very bullish on Pengu. Very bullish on Pengu. I think it has one of the best, you know, with NFTs coming back, Pengu, Pudgy Penguins is definitely a survivor. So that's a positive thing right there. Because, you know, not all the NFT projects are coming back. So the ones that do come back and are successful, like Pudgy Penguins, they're going to do extremely well. And the coin is going to benefit. Penguin is gnarly. Keenan, what's up? Keenan, XRP opinion on price movement. Anytime, Jason. So XRP, I'm mostly bullish on XRP. Like I said, if we have a major drop for XRP, 260. What I see here basically is XRP. It's probably gonna test the 25 MA on the daily tomorrow, which is basically here around $3. So you might see a fake out here to $3 on XRP and then bounce off of that. If we break that 25, then, you know, we could possibly come here to 260, 270, which is on the weekly. On the monthly, I think. No, on the weekly. Well, let me see, where was it at? I thought it was on the weekly, but it's actually on the daily. On the weekly, okay, on the weekly, no, it wasn't on the weekly. But I do see it coming down to 270 if we have a big dump for Bitcoin, right? It's not guaranteed. But, you know, $3, 290. I think that's a good deal, honestly. I don't see XRP having a major crash. Right. And, I mean, we're going to continue this bullish momentum to the upside. We had that golden cross recently. Last time this happened, you know what happened with XRP? I mean, it had a major pump, right? It was right here. So, you know, we're going to definitely continue this bullish momentum. Especially if we have that bounce, that support on the 25 MA. This is why that 25 is so important on the daily. You got to watch that tomorrow. If we get a daily close below that 25, then we're bearish. We'll probably go to 260. If not, then we'll continue this bullish momentum. That's what I see on XRP. Thank you guys for the likes. You guys have been killing it. I will be live tomorrow as well, guys, so stay tuned for that. And if you guys want to know where I leverage trade, if you guys want a huge deposit bonus for BTCC, use my link. It's in the pinned comment, as well as the third link in my link bio. 10% deposit bonus over 500. And the max reward is going to surprise you. It's 10K. So 10K max reward and 10% deposit bonus. So definitely check it out, BTCC. They've also been here since 2011. Haven't had any hacks or anything like that. And they have proof of reserves too. So Bonk, how long it goes from now? What do you mean? What do you mean how long Bonk goes from now? Want to know the pullbacks possible for Bonk, or I mean, I can see Bonk pulling back here to this level right here for sure, which could eventually meet up with that 25 as well, right? So there's a lot of confluence here on Bonk possibly coming down to this zone. Doesn't have to happen in 1 month. Could take, you know, a couple of weeks to months. But we can come down here. Right to this zone right here. which is the same zone where we had a resistance here to put in the higher low. So we could possibly come down here, flip that resistance as a new higher low, and then boom, right, we're off with bonk. So yeah, you know, I'm very bullish on bonk. So if you're bullish on bonk, you want to buy these pullbacks, right? Wait another week, pull back more, DCA. But I can see it coming here to 23, 23, 22. So what do you think about Phoenix? Actually, I use Phoenix sometimes. I like Phoenix, but I mostly like buy the exchanges I mostly use is BTCC, BitUnix, and there's another one too. I'll let you guys know this week. I forgot the name of it, but you know, I mainly use those two because I have high VIP on them, so I get lower fees, right? I have lower fees for spots, for spot trading, for, you know, spot buys on BTCC, as well as BitUnix. And again, you guys can use both my links to get a big deposit bonus. And also regarding BitUnix, my new campaign is coming out August 2nd. I'll let you guys know when my new campaign comes out. If, you know, when you guys use my link, by the way, for BitUnix or BTCC, anytime I have a new campaign for depositing or trading volume, it's not a one-time thing. You can always, you know, each new campaign, you can get, you know, free money basically, right? So that's what I like about it. It's recurring. And as long as you're up to date with the campaigns, I'll keep you guys up to date. You can always follow them and basically get more money. Yeah, I use Blowfin sometimes too. My only issue with Blowfin is that there's some areas in the US where it's restricted, right? So, you know, they have no KYC, but some areas in the US, I also heard from some other people, they have some problems with using Blowfin because it's restricted. But, you know, it doesn't happen with BTCC for me. They're KYC free, VPN free, as well as BitUnix. But when I tried using Blowfin, I get that restricted notice. So thank you for the follows, by the way. You guys been killing it. ASM, I got you, buddy. We'll take a look at ASM. Yeah, I remember this coin. I checked it out. Like I said, you want to be careful with this coin. You want to be careful with these coins that have these huge wicks and then just drop right back, right? You can clearly see it's having a hard time closing above that 25 on the weekly. So there's a lot of selling off here, and we're actually testing that on the daily. But I mean, it's on the right move, right? We're eventually gonna cross that 25 and 200 eventually. But this is why I say be patient, wait a couple weeks to see what it does. Right, we're kind of ping-ponging here between the two levels. But you know, the best way to be to have more certainty in this coin is once we cross that 25 and 200, you know, we're ready to go. You know, we're ready to go, especially when we get that cross. Even though we're up here a little bit higher, we could possibly be a little bit higher. You actually have more confirmation. Because right now it's still kind of bearish here, to be honest. Right? I mean, especially if you look here on the monthly, that's just, you know, that's not the best looking candle right there. You usually don't see that for a lot of coins. You don't see you know, this type of candle. So you want to be patient with this coin. You want to, you know, wait at least a couple weeks, see what it does. Let's check out Algorand. What is this? What is that? You can let them know they can get daily bonuses points after completed. Let me see. What is that? The Heart Me mission. I don't even know what that is. Is that something with the live stream? Wow, I didn't even notice, guys. We got 8 subscribers. Insane. Thank you, guys. Last time I was live, we had 7, and then the live before that we had 5. So shout out to all the subscribers. Oh, what coin am I on? Okay, because below you it says like some type of mission. This is ASM, a symbol AI. Someone asked me to check it out. But we'll check out Algo next. Algorand. Again, guys, these lives are important. The reason why I'm coming live here is because, you know, if you're bullish on crypto, if you believe in the altcoin season coming, you want to watch for these targets if we move to the downside, if Bitcoin possibly goes to 111, 112, right? Instead of panicking, you're ready with your stable coin to buy, to add more to your portfolio, right? So I'm giving you guys here these targets if we do have that major drop. Now, I've been buying over the last 3 days. I have been buying. I haven't, you know, bought a ton, but I have been buying, you know, the coins I'm most bullish on. Keenan says, so my TA needs work. Is that something you cover? Yeah, I do. I have a course too. If you guys are interested, I have a course, 3 hours course on, you know, charting and everything like that, called the 8 signals to sell the top. So you can check it out in the description. I don't have any Spark, but I heard a lot of good things about Spark from, you know, big people. But I haven't looked into Spark yet. So look, Algorand.
New subscriber.
You know, Algorand is on the right side here. I mean, let's actually take a look here on the daily. We just got that recent golden cross. We're holding that 25. So Algorand is looking very healthy. Very healthy. If we break that 25, possibly this pullback, you can come down here to the 200 MA, which is around 24 cents. So to be honest, I don't see Algorand dumping more here. I don't see, you know, I see more upside for Algorand than downside, especially with this golden cross. So honestly, I might be looking for a long-term leverage trade on this coin. All right. I'm just gonna wait till tomorrow to kind of see what it does. But I mean, we can definitely get a double bottom here, some type of double bottom here, bounce on the 25, and then start, you know, start to flip to the upside. So I'm liking Algorand a lot. But I mean, if we get that huge dump for Bitcoin, 23 cents. Right, that's the target right there, I would say. But either way, Algo is looking good. I can see Algo recover. So those are the price targets on the pullback. Price targets on the upside. Let's pull a Fibonacci here for Algo. All right, the targets here on the upside. Obviously 43 cents, 61 cents. Right after we break that, 99 cents very soon. So as all-time high, I mean, we can see Algorand hit, you know, $4, $4.95 to $7.17. Right, I mean, that could be where it tops out. That's my sell zone for Algorand. Which honestly is kind of similar to to Cardano. I just believe Cardano is a much safer play. Anytime, GL. What's up, Pi Network? 12 minutes. Pat says, Tonic a bad coin. Tonic. I haven't. Let me see if I can find Tonic. Is this Tectonic? Is that the one you're talking about? Tectonic. I heard a lot about this coin. Yeah, I see it is on crypto.com. Let me out of here to my watches. But yeah, I mean, definitely not a good chart. So unless we have a huge God candle here and we can start to really have this switch of momentum, right, from this massive ugly multi-year downtrend since 2022, then this coin is not good right now, right? So I mean, the way I would play this out, I would wait to see what it does here in this range, because it's gonna make a move either to the downside or to the upside. Be patient, wait out to see what it does. If it breaks out or breaks out of this range up to the upside, I'll, you know, play that safer. You know, make that decision would be a lot safer. But this coin's gonna have to do a lot of work here to break this massive downtrend, which is multi-year. This is not like it's, you know, multi-months. This has been years that it's been in this ugly downtrend. So if we do have a massive pump here, it's obviously gonna find some resistance here at 50, right? I don't know how much zeros that is, but yeah, I'll just be careful with this coin. Just and the shadow says I pulled out everything else and went all in an XRP for the long. Wow. What price did you get out? What price did you go all in on XRP? Ram says, how do you sign up for the 3-hour class you have on the charts? I'll post the link right here. It's a course, so it's on WAP. And it's a very hands-on course, meaning you want to have TradingView, which is a free platform. If you buy it, you know, on the side, and you can follow me on the course as I'm, you know, showing you. The purpose of the course too, by the way, is to help you sell, help you grow your intuition to sell at the top of the bull market. That's why it's called the 8 signals to sell the top. So, you know, these 8 signals are 8 signals that will help you know when to sell. Like, for example, one of the signals, just giving here a spoiler, right? I don't want to share too much from the course, but one of the 8 signals is Fibonacci. And if you would have used Fibonacci here last cycle, all you would have needed is the Bitcoin bottom and the previous top. You would have seen that Bitcoin topped out here exactly at that 618 right there, right? And so the 618 right there. And that would have been the best time to sell. So I teach you how to use Fibonacci. I teach you how to use divergences, which, like for example, right here, how to use divergences right here. This is a great example. Oh, you also get my cheat sheet as well. So there's a lot of perks with the course. It's not just the course. It's my cheat sheet, indicators, right? This is my cheat sheet right here. This is part of it. Sir Lewis cheat sheet. You can see divergences right here, but you can kind of see. You can kind of see right here. All right, we have a double top. Well, not a double top. We have a slightly higher high. But on the stochastic, we have a lower high. Right? RSI, stochastic, and money flow. This is 3 for 3. All right, I have 3 indicators here. This is 3 for 3 where we have a lower high. But the price is giving us another story here. We have a slightly higher high. That's bearish divergence. And here in my cheat sheet, you can see right here, bearish divergence right here. It's this one right here, which is strong bearish divergence. And what that means on the higher time frames is that it might take 1 or 2 months, but this will play out hard to the downside. And that's exactly what happened. That was the top. And, you know, we came crashing down right here, as you can see. So that's what you expect. If you guys are interested, Qubic, I haven't heard about it. I'll check it out for you though. I don't know too much about the project. If you want to share with us what it is. I'll take a look at Vchain. I mean, Qubic looks pretty good here. It's been pumping on the monthly. So it doesn't look too bad. Just be careful with this pump, right? We had the cross, golden cross recently, so you can see this is how powerful the golden cross is. You can see how we have the cross, and we continue to pump up heavy. So, you know, if you do have a pullback here for Qubic, I would, you know, I would look at here around 22, right? 20, it's at 26 right now. Let's look at 22. But it's looking strong, man. I mean, I could see this continue to pump, especially if we have a bullish day tomorrow with the FOMC. You know, I don't see this pulling back anytime soon. Jacob says, everything going to crash tomorrow when the Fed leaves, the rates unchanged. I don't know. I feel like that's already priced in. I think we'll crash depending on what Jerome Powell says, his tone, and his future outlook for the rates, right? If he says anything about not cutting rates in September, then we'll probably crash. But, you know, as for cutting rates tomorrow, I think that's already priced in that we're not. Don't forget too, we have, you know, a major crypto announcement. I think this is like the first ever crypto announcement in the FOMC. So we still don't know what that announcement is. There's some rumors saying it's about, you know, the Bitcoin reserve, buying up more Bitcoin. I don't know what it could be, but definitely looking forward to it. Thank you guys for the follow, by the way. But like I said, guys, tomorrow you can see Bitcoin's just been super choppy this entire, you know, the last couple of weeks. Just, I mean, look at this. It's just super choppy here. And we close below that 25 MA on the daily. That's the cherry on top right there. That's confirmation to me that most likely the probability is we're dropping down here to 111, 112, which honestly, when you actually get the measured move, is the target here, approximately, right? The target right here, look at that. So 111. So we'll see. We'll see. ZMA strat. Yeah, I would say moving averages are very important if you know how to use them right. I like the 25 and the 200, but for example, right? I created my own indicator instead of having like a bunch of moving averages, and I just created one indicator that has 6 moving averages. It's called SL6, and you can see right here, these are the ones that I use the most. But for example, right here, right, the 50, you can see how the 50 for Bitcoin on the weekly is crucial. Because each major pullback we had this bull market, Bitcoin bottomed on the 50 MA on the weekly. You see that? But if you go back to the previous bull market, we also bottomed on the 50. You see that? And then on the third time, we lost the 50. We came back up and we got rejected by the 50, and that was it, right? So in my opinion, the 50 moving average on the weekly plays a major role for Bitcoin and this bull market. Because once we lose that 50, I believe the bull market is over. Okay. Right now, that 50 is around 91K. Right, 91K. So I'll keep you updated on that for sure. Yeah, it's been moving sideways. Yeah. The SL6. Yeah, so the SL6, I'll show you right here. So instead of having like a bunch of indicators of moving averages, because as you know, on TradingView, you just have like MA. That's 1, MA, that's 2, and then you gotta customize it. I just created my own, and then it's just 6 moving averages. If I want to see all 6, you know, it kind of looks crazy. That's why I only use 2, my 2 favorite ones, which is the 25 and the 200. Right, on the monthly, you can kind of see right here. And you know, the best way I would also look at moving averages too, when they're all like jumbled up like this, right? That's the best time to buy. When they're all like, you know, together, kind of like you know, like a headphones that you're trying to untie basically on, and you know, get them straight. That's the best times to buy right there. And then the best times to sell is when they're all like very orderly, right? Very straight, very you know, they have these gaps between each other like this, right? In the order way, but meaning the 8, this is the 8, this is the 25, they're all in order. Those are the best times to sell. And that's what's happening right here. We're starting to straighten up here. So that's why, you know, you got to prepare to sell very soon. If you actually look on the weekly even shows it even better, because you can kind of see right here on the weekly, it's like chaos here, right? It's like there's no order here in the moving averages. And now we get all straightened up. And we have the 8 first, which is right, the 25, the 50, the 100, the 200, and the 300. So everything is in order. And we're going to continue this. And we're going to look something like this. We're going to look something like that. So, yeah. Thank you for 5,000 likes. What's up, Ziggy? Thank you, bro. Appreciate the likes. You guys been killing it. I'm actually, guys, I'm doing something with TikTok Studio. I'm gonna start using TikTok Studio now, and I'm doing something really cool, which is like a like counter. So stay tuned for that. Like, it basically shows the people that liked the most. So, you know, in my next coming live streams, I'll probably add it. Obviously, you know, Ziggy's probably gonna be like the top, probably the number 1. But it'll show, basically like to show the top 3 to 5 people that like the most in the live stream. So be pretty cool. Balani, yeah, you can be part of the trading. Ron says, great show. Please, what's going on with Bonk? Thanks. Thank you, Ron. Shout out to Ron on YouTube. By the way, if you guys are new to me on YouTube, definitely subscribe. Put the notification bell. And I'll talk about Bonk. You know, first off, Bonk's been up a ton, so this pullback is completely normal, right? Don't get freaked out. It's one of the top leading coins here on the monthly, and finally, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of green candles, we're finally getting a red candle week right here. So, you know, what I could see is this to be a continuation here to the downside, kind of create like a bull flag to this level to potentially put in a higher low and continue this nice uptrend. That's what I see here for Bonk, to be honest. That target, I would say, I mean, if you have a major dump for Bitcoin, you know, I could see Bonk coming down here to 23, 22, right? 4 zeros, 22, 4 zeros, 23, basically flipping that resistance right here as support, right? But again, if we're bullish in the market, I mean, we just might dump down here to 25, right? Wick to wick. We might not dump. It depends a lot on tomorrow and Bitcoin's decision ultimately. But either way, you know, if you're bullish on Bonk, you want to buy these pullbacks as well as other coins. You help a lot. It's just fair like. Ziggy, man, thank you, bro. Shout out to Ziggy. I appreciate it. Dogecoin, Fetch, Toncoin. I got you guys. Ty, my bad. I've been seeing your comment with Ty. We'll check out Ty first. I know he's been commenting a long time here. Tarz AI, yeah. Tarz AI. And then we'll do Doge soon. Yeah, Pod, I am. I post my signals all, you know. Right now, what I'm looking for is I'm looking to get into coins, low leverage, like 3x, 5x. And, you know, for the actual boom, you know, the altcoin season. Right, so that's what I'm looking for. I'm already into a couple coins. I'm in ICP long, Dogecoin long, Shiba, Kaspa, And those are mainly the coins I'm in long right now. So Tarz AI, man. Tarz, yeah, we're coming down here to test support. You see, we had a nice recovery here. I mean, this we could potentially put in a higher low here. So the question is, can we go down lower? You know, if you're bullish on this coin, I would say this is a buy right here. You know, it doesn't hurt to buy right here at this zone. Let me actually. You know, it is at its bottom right here from the last, the last couple months here since June. So there's a big chance it can find a nice bounce off of here. Now, if we break this level, yeah, I mean, if we break this level, it's gonna get ugly, right? Because you can kind of see right here. It doesn't have really a support here if we break this level, so it really needs to hold this level. But if we do, then I could possibly see it going to 0.52 or worse, right? Bitcoin dumps to 110, 0.48 around here. But either way, I would say this is a target to buy, and if it breaks it, you buy more right here, because what you're really anticipating is a higher low, right? It's gonna put in a higher low either here, continue, or higher low right there, and then continue to the upside. You're bullish on Tarz. But you know, Tarz, where it's really gonna start to pump once we break that 25 MA, which we're still below it on the weekly. That's the main thing there, 25, and on the daily too. You can kind of see once we lose that 25 on the daily, we start dumping, right? And we come up, reject it, come up, reject it. So right now it's kind of bearish. Hey, likes, keep liking. Thank you, Ziggy. And thank you all everyone who's been liking. You guys have been killing it, man. I really appreciate it. And I promise, guys, we're gonna check out all your favorite coins. People are talking about Doge heading to 47 cents. We'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at Doge, 47 cents. Again, I'm in the long for Dogecoin, and if we drop here to 19 cents, I'm still going to be comfortable. I'll probably add more to my long. I just don't see a lot of a lot of downside for Dogecoin, to be honest. You know, we're getting that nice golden cross. You guys know what happened last time this happened for Doge. We're holding that 25 as well. And let's actually go here on the, we're creating this wedge here for Doge, right? Where we're eventually going to break out of it. You really get that measured move here. Kind of see Dogecoin's next target. You know, if we break out of it, we might have a big pump up here to 26 cents again. But as far as 46 cents, you can kind of see right here. You know, this is why I'm so bullish on Dogecoin. We added that double bottom right there, the 618. So again, this is why I have a long, right? The lowest I see is coming down to is the 19 cents, that 0.5 level, and then we bounce off of that, and then 26 cents. Once we break 26 cents, then I see around 39 cents. And then once we hold 39 cents, then it'll probably break all-time highs. We'll probably shoot up here into have some resistance around all-time highs, and then eventually end price discovery. So Dogecoin is in this ascending channel, this major ascending channel here. And it has one of the best charts here, especially as a meme coin. On the daily too, we're resetting that stochastic here on the daily too. And as you guys know, these descending wedges usually play out to the upside. Right? They usually play out to the upside, so I can see it doing something like that possibly. Thank you, Mario. Thank you guys. You guys have been killing it. 10K likes. Amazing. Bitcoin back to 118. Look at that, guys. We're flipping green. We're flipping green here on the daily. We were just right here testing the lows, but we're flipping green. So good sign right there for Bitcoin. Either way, if we get a daily close tomorrow below 116,800, then that's a bad sign. Thank you for the files, by the way. Dogamy. What's up, Chris, Jarvis, John? Dogamy. Let's see Dogamy. I have a little bit of Dogamy, so actually, I'm actually up pretty good on it, to be honest. Yeah, man, Dogamy is it's just getting ready, right? It's getting ready to break out of this huge pendant. If we break it up to the upside, it's gonna be huge. Again, you know, a lot of these base meme coins like Dogamy, I would expect them to really break out later on in the cycle, right? We're gonna see other coins break out first, like we have been seeing BNB, ETH. And you want to be patient, right? Because that 25, we haven't crossed that 25 and 200 yet on the daily. This is key right here, right? We're still kind of parallel, but once we get that cross, and to get that cross, we're gonna have to start pumping. Once we get that cross, that's really when it's going to probably break out. So my guess is when we get that cross here, we'll probably break out, or we'll break out, or we'll be like near breakout as it's crossing. But either way, I'm bullish on Dogamy. I think it's a good play here if you're bullish on base. And maybe you missed out on Toshi and a couple other base coins like Bread as well. It's a, you know, it's a lower cap coin. Vchain, I got you, bro. Ton. Oh yeah, I forgot about Ton. We'll do Vchain real quick. Vchain, man, Vchain just so slow, right? So boring price action for Vchain. At least Crow is moving, but Vchain still, you know, just still here, pulling back a little bit, and you know, we can pull back here, put in this higher low. And then, you know, once we break that level right there, I could see it, you know, doing kind of like inverse head and shoulders. Right, something like that. Which is bullish. But honestly, I think it's at a great buy level, right? You know, usually before these coins break out, they're kind of boring. That's what Vchain's been doing. And then, you know, out of nowhere, we have a huge candle to the 618, right? That's usually how it goes. So I would say this is a great buying opportunity. I do believe this is a bottom right here, for sure. You know, resetting that monthly stochastic, very oversold as well. And I think we have bullish divergence here too. Yeah. We have bullish divergence here for Vchain too. So this is bullish. This is kind of signals that Vchain is going to start to move up very soon. As we see right here, double bottom, but the stochastic is putting in a higher low. So we get here my cheat sheet. Let's take a look at my cheat sheet again. You guys can get this in the course and as well as on the trading group. So you can get right here. So it's medium, bullish divergence, but it's still bullish divergence right here. We have that equal bottom right there. But then on the stochastic, we have that HL, right? We have the higher low right there, which is what we're getting right here. So this is on the weekly. It's higher time frame, so it could take out a little bit of time to play out, but I do believe it will play out. So that's why I'm bullish on it. Yeah, that's what I said. It looks like an inverse head and shoulders. Like I said, we do pull back, put in the higher low. You know, we get something kind of like an inverse head and shoulders, and then we play out to the upside. So the cheat sheet you can either get, you know, by getting the course or by joining CTU, my trading group. You can check it out all in the link bio. What can you talk about WIF? Yeah, I'll talk about WIF. Let me just check out Ton. Someone asked for a Toncoin. It's been a while since I checked out Ton. You know, Ton and TRX are kind of those coins that are great projects, but never get talked about a lot, right? And they're just great projects. But we'll take a look here at Toncoin, which I think at the moment, I think they just added the wallet to Telegram, right? So Telegram has the wallet now, which I believe you can hold Toncoin, which is pretty bullish for Ton. So you can see we pulled back here. We've been holding that 0.38 like a beast right there, which has been the resistance level right here. So I mean, this is good. You know, we had a lot of resistance here in the past, and we've been flipping it as support. That's what you want to see. We're still, you know, we're below that 25, but we're starting to break it right here. So this could be the start of that pivot for Toncoin. I can see right here on the weekly. Right, we're just starting to break that 25. That's a good sign right there. What needs to happen now is we need to break over this Fibonacci level and then, you know, start to do something like that. I mean, if we go here on the daily, let's see if we can find any. Yeah, I mean, we can see that we're just getting started here. In a couple weeks or so, we're gonna get that golden cross for Ton. Right. I mean, we've basically been ping-ponging here on the daily between the 200 and the 25, right? This is not a coincidence. This is why trading is not random, is not a coincidence. I mean, we've clearly been resisting that 200, bouncing on the 25 on the daily, and again, before we, you know, before we get that cross right there. And we can start pumping up and kind of increase that cross to come faster, and then, you know, that's really when Ton is going to take off. So I would say right now is a buying opportunity. If you're bullish on Toncoin, I think right now is a buying opportunity. Thank you, Summer. Shout out to Summer. Almost 15K. Wow, we actually just hit 15K. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the likes. You guys are awesome. And very soon in my live stream, guys, I'm gonna add a new feature where it's gonna show the most liked people. So, you know, people that like the most will be seen right there on the side. So stay tuned for that. ETH pushing above 4K this week. Looks like we're still just ranging resistance at 399, support 370. Yeah. But man, ETH's been holding up strong. I mean, I could see ETH breaking up here in August. Yeah. I could definitely see ETH breaking above here in August. So we might have a bullish month. Maybe not in the beginning of August, but, you know. My thoughts on Solana. I think Solana is great. I think Solana can go to 600, 1,000. You know, especially getting an ETF. But at the moment right now, I would probably choose Cardano, just because I believe it'll give you some more X's over Solana. But, you know, doesn't mean Solana is not a good project. And I believe the Solana phone is coming out soon. So if that's a success, that's going to be good for Solana and Bonk and all, you know, all the coins on the Solana ecosystem. You have good TA skills. Can you do whiff? Oh yeah, whiff. I got you, bro. I forgot. And thank you. I appreciate it. ACH vet, CVX or Arrow if you're bored. I got you, bro. Long for Cardano in August or September. That's what I'm actually looking for. I'm looking for a Cardano long of, you know, potentially go down into the 70s more. But I would wait at least till tomorrow to kind of see what happens, right? Kind of see what happens tomorrow. Crypto Granny, what's up, Crypto Granny? Just stopped in to say hello. How have you been? Shout out to Crypto Granny. Another great content creator here on TikTok. Can you do TA on Solana, please? I'm heavy invested in it. All right, Solana, I got you, man. I'll do TA on Solana. So, Whiff's a great coin. See, we had a great recovery. We're just getting a lot of resistance here because this was once support. This was once big support for Whiff that we broke, right? So this kind of looks like a cup and handle, really. Or we're getting a, you know, not. It's kind of obvious we're getting resistance here, and this could be that handle that we're putting in to then break that resistance. So, question is, where do we pull back? Where do we bounce off here for Whip? That's really the question you want to ask. Because we've been red here for 2 weeks. So you can kind of see right here. We lost that 2 days ago. We lost that 25 MA. So, I mean, this could mean more downturn here for Whiff. Possibly come here to the base zone right here, the cup right there around 90 cents. The worst case scenario, if Bitcoin dumps to 110, 111, we find support at that 200 MA around 81 cents. But if we do dump more, I would say at least 90 cents right here would be a good deal. Right, but I don't see Whiff breaking the previous low here. I see it continuing this uptrend, putting in that handle and then breaking that resistance. So pretty bullish on Whiff, especially since right here we had that golden cross. That's a good sign. Even though we're pulling back, right? We can't keep going up only. The fact that we have this golden cross just shows you that we have heavy momentum to the upside. So pretty good. So Solana, someone asked Solana because they hold a ton of Solana. So we'll have to take a look here at Solana, see what it's kind of doing here. Yeah, it's tomorrow, I believe. And apparently they have a crypto rumor or crypto news regarding the FOMC. So hopefully it's bullish crypto news tomorrow that they have with the FOMC. Anytime, Prince. Anytime, bro. By the way, if you guys are new, definitely subscribe. Put the notification bell. So, Solana. I would say this, right? Solana has one of the best recoveries from the bear market. And you can kind of see on the monthly. Ever since we broke that 25 MA here back in 2023. On this recent drop, we've been holding it like a beast. So that 25 MA for Solana is very important here. You can see on the monthly we don't close below it, right? We're just holding it very strong. And on the monthly too, here's another very important detail on the monthly. We're very oversold for Solana. That's very important because when we were very overbought here, right? And we put in, we came up here to near all-time highs. We needed to pull back and reset that back to oversold if we want to go higher for Solana. And that's exactly what happened. We came back down, we pulled back. But it's not like we pulled back all the way down to like $40 or something, right? We pulled back here to find support in that 25 and reset that stochastic. So what I would say is next time Solana is in overbought territory, you maybe got 1 to 3 months in which it's a window where it can basically top out in the market. Just kind of like what it did right here. Right? Because once it got overbought here, it wasn't, you know, it was about 1, 2, 3, you know, a couple months here before it got near the highs here. So, as for right now, kind of seeing what Solana is doing right now. You see that on the daily, we did have that golden cross, which is bullish. We're resetting that stochastic on the daily, which is good too, because we've been overbought since back in June 29th on the daily. So that's another good thing. But we can definitely still pull back here to that 25, 174. And then if we have the major dump for Bitcoin, 163. So we can have this type of scenario where we have a major dump here to 163, find support on that 200. Bounce off of it, put in the higher low, and then continue that 25 cross, that 200 cross going that way, and we're off to new prices. So get ready if we have that drop. As for all-time highs, where I see Solana going up to, again, I know it's pretty some pretty big levels. Not a lot of people believe Solana will get to these levels, but I believe at least 600 bucks Solana to 1,000. So anywhere between 600 to 1,000 is my sell window. So overall, I'm bullish on Solana. I do have a good amount of Solana. If you're holding Solana, definitely stake it, and then you want to unstake it, you know, a couple weeks before you're getting ready to sell it. Shiba Inu and Dogecoin. I've been great, Chips. How about you, bro? Long time no see. What you been up to? Go check out Shiba. See what Shiba's up to. Yeah, I'll check out Pengu too. I got you. Shiba's just been super boring, kind of like Vchain, right? But I told you guys, like, I see bullish divergence here on Shiba, so I'm bullish on it, right? Doesn't mean this is good. I'm in the long for Shiba right now, but with this bullish divergence, eventually, I believe this will play out, and we will break out here for Shiba. I believe it's kind of forming that second shoulder, right, on the inverse head and shoulder. Even if we come down here lower, we're kind of doing something like that. So I'm liking Shiba. At the moment, it's holding that 25 in the 618. On the daily, we're about to get that cross too. So this is another bullish thing that's about to happen for Shiba Inu. That golden cross on the daily could happen in a couple days, 2 weeks. All right, so I'm seeing good signs here for Shiba. It's just it hasn't manifested yet, right? It hasn't broken out yet, but it's like it's setting itself up to. Arsalan, anytime, man.
New subscriber.
Negative. If you guys can't join CTU, my crypto trader group, you guys can join the free Telegram. We got over 1,000 people. It should be all in the link bio as well as the description. What's the app for staking Solana? I would recommend a cold storage, like, you know, either Trezor or Ledger or even Tangent, and then staking it that way. But you can stake it on Coinbase, I believe, and on Phantom. What you can actually also do is have it on your ledger and stake it on Phantom. That's another good thing you can do. But I recommend cold storage for the highest safety. Yeah, I do use sometimes. Not all the times, but I do use sometimes. Projection. So yeah, Pengu. I mean, we were looking at Pengu earlier, right? And I said, I mean, the top for Pengu could be around 17 cents. You know, it's a newer coin, so it's kind of hard to tell, but 17, 18 cents could be around the top for Pengu. You know, after it breaks 7 to 8 cents. Thanks, bro. Love your channel. Go all the way from the Bahamas. Leon, thank you, man. Shout out to Leon here on YouTube from the Bahamas. Man, that's gotta be a beautiful place to live. And guys, I will have a video tomorrow on my Litecoin price prediction, so check that out on YouTube tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Will be uploaded. Litecoin, which is honestly a coin that I'm bullish on right now. I have a feeling Litecoin is going to take off very soon, especially with the ETF news, but it has a very bullish chart getting set up. But I'm working on my Bitcoin price prediction video. It's gonna be a long one because, you know, Bitcoin is obviously the biggest market cap coin, so I will be coming out with that soon. Low boss, what do you think about XRP? XRP is one of my top holdings. I'm bullish on it. I don't see it having a big crash. At worst, it can come down to 290, 260. But very soon, I see XRP going to 550. I'm very bullish on it. That possible happened this year, 17 cents. Yeah, I mean, either this year or if the bull market, if we have a longer bull market than usually, it could carry on to 2026 Q1 or Q2. But yeah, I mean, this can definitely happen this year, Q4. You know, towards the end of the bull market, we move very fast. A lot of coins move fast within a month. You know, we have, you know, from looking back at the last previous bull market, in just 2 months, the coins can 20x, 30x. It's crazy. But I feel my prediction is this bull market is gonna be a little longer with less explosion. Well, the altcoin season, that is. Ziggy's back. Look at that. We got 21 likes, guys. Thank you. Lena, thank you for the awesome. You're awesome. What should I invest in tonight? I mean, so I'll just share some of the coins I bought. We'll take a look here at my watch list here. Actually, let me see. Let me check out my watch list. You know, some of the coins I bought recently. You know, so I did buy some Caspa, which is down 15% on the weekly. I think Caspa is a great deal. Crow, I think Crow too, even though it's up, it's at 14 cents right now. I think Crow is still at a great deal. Crypto.com. Jasmy as well. Jasmy is a great coin I bought, and I bought Dogecoin too. Bread as well. Or if you're bullish on base, check out Brett. And RSR, I bought a ton. I think RSR is gonna go crazy soon. So look into RSR. You can get it on Coinbase or some other exchanges too. So those are just some coins I got. Now some coins I want to get. I want to look into getting one Harmony. Just been procrastinating on getting one. And you know, maybe some more data in Cardano. But we'll see on this drop. We'll see if it continues to go down. Grabbed 200k shares, but that was late at 46. Oh, for Pengu, you mean? Yeah, I am. I am Brazilian. About almost 28,000 on Doge. 28k. You bought 28k Dogecoin yesterday? That's crazy, bro. My buys on Dogecoin is probably like, you know, like 1/10. Not even 1/10. Like 1/20th of yours. Thanks for your input, sir. Anytime, CG. And by the way, if you guys are new, definitely follow. I do live streams daily. So usually during this time, I'm live. Siggy says ICP. Gave me like 120. Man, that's crazy. 120k coins for Dogecoin. That's awesome, man. So when Dogecoin hits $1, you're gonna have 120k. Ponky. Yo, take a look at Ponky. Is this a meme coin on it is on Solana, right? I believe it's on Solana. Ponky. Amen. Praise God. Yeah, guys, praise God. I mean, we're gonna make, you know, very soon we're gonna make life-changing money. And thank God we're in this space, right? I'm grateful to be in this space. And you know, sometimes it doesn't feel like you're early, or like, you know, it kind of feels like it's a lot of people into crypto because you're kind of in the community and all that. But when you really look at it, we're super early. I mean, the average people out there have no clue what crypto is, or even Bitcoin, or like have any interest in it or investing in it, right? So it's extremely early, and that's really when you want to be in it, right? Before you make the life-changing money. Meme, yes it is. Oh, okay. All right, so looking at Ponky, it hasn't had, I want to say it hasn't had, you know, a bullish move here like WIF did, some other meme coins, but it's not too bad either, right? We just can't have a bear flag play out here. You know, we can't have a bear flag play out here and kind of continue this to the downside and putting in some new lows, right? We can't have something like that play out. So we have to hold this 25 MA because this was a lot of resistance. We broke it, which is good. We have to hold this to continue this uptrend, right? On the weekly, which is holding it right now. Good thing is we get that cross right there. It's kind of weird because we got that cross, but we dumped even lower than it. But it's still bullish, right? On the daily, we got that cross right here, the 25 and 200. So we can, let me see here. Oh, please don't spam, by the way. Let me see here. I'm gonna have to put this guy on timeout. So, I mean, we're probably looking to come down here, put in the higher low. Right, because put in the higher low and continue to the upside. Even if you go here on the 4 hour, kind of have like inverse head and shoulders. But it's definitely not bad, right? We have that bounce. We're in this nice ascending channel. Right, so as long as we don't break that previous low right here, we should be good. Around 0.9. All right, we should put in the higher low and then continue to the upside. And it's still, I mean, we had a major drop here for Punky. That was about 92%. Right now it's at 85%. So still, you know, extremely pretty low. But I do believe this will, you know, kind of break out to the upside here as its recovery and showing some life here. All right. ICP.
New subscriber.
There we go. And I heard a lot of good things about Punky too, the tokenomics and everything, so I just haven't bought any. Here we also see a inverse head and shoulders play out to the upside, right? We have boom. Kind of like that. Anytime, Lena. ICP, let's take a look at ICP. I am in the long on ICP I got into a couple days ago.
Subscriber.
I think it's a 5x or 3x long. So what happened was actually, you know, we broke out here above $6 and I was waiting on the pullback and I got it. And that's when I entered the long here. A little bit higher, but, you know, I see ICP basically doing a retest of this range. Which is basically the 25 right there on the weekly. So we get that pullback. Right? We were in this range. We broke out of it. Broke out the 25 at the same time. We get that pullback. And then we can start going up here, bouncing off that range. That's what I see for ICP on the bullish side. But again, you want to be impatient with this coin because it is a late runner. You can kind of see here on the 25. We still haven't gotten that golden cross like many coins have already crossed. So we might have some more chop here before we make that huge move up. Right? And usually that's what ICP does. It's kind of delayed with Bitcoin and the rest of the market. But eventually I do see ICP coming up here to $7. Try to test that out and get back over support here. Almost 27K. Man, let's go, guys. YFI, I got you. Almost 27K. You guys been killing it. Shout out to you guys on YouTube as well. Brennan, Dubai. I agree with you, Brennan. This is a great entry for a lot of coins. So my long orders right now are for like near all-time highs. They're really like long-term trades. That's why they're lower leverage. Sammy says, hey Sir Lewis, enjoyed your trading for the last 20 minutes. Ending a long day since I got up at 3:30. I would like to join you tomorrow. What time do you start? Samuel, first of all, thank you, man. I appreciate that a lot, man. And usually when I go live, it's usually around 9 p.m. Eastern time is when I start. So either 8:30 Eastern time, EST, New York time, or 9 p.m. Eastern time, around there. And then I'm on for about 2 hours. So that's usually when I go live. You can also put the notification bell on my YouTube channel. It should allow you to do that. So, Tezos, I got you. So YFI at the moment is still bearish, right? You can kind of see on the monthly. Once we get more volume here, we can start to break that 25 MA, which has been acting as resistance. You can clearly see right here. It's like we pump up to the wick, get rejected. Pump up, get rejected. So for Wi-Fi to really change things around, it needs to break over that 25 on the monthly, just like it's starting to here on the weekly. So that's why I like zooming in, because you can kind of see, okay, we're starting to change here on the weekly, which eventually we will change on the monthly. So, you know, it's good things we can see here on the weekly and on the daily as well. We're getting that cross. So everything, you know, when you zoom in more on the lower time frames, you can kind of see the details of it starting to pivot, right? Of it starting to change, put in the higher lows, as well as getting that golden cross on the daily, that 25 crossing the 200. So these are all good signs here. This is bullish momentum here that will eventually show out in the monthly. Okay. So yeah, Wi-Fi, it's not bullish yet, but it's showing the good signs here on the lower time frames, which is what you want to see. All right. And eventually on the monthly, when we break through at 6,300, that's really when we'll come back up here and test around 7,000 or so, and possibly have like a nice rounding out here. 30K likes. Let's go, guys. Let's freaking go. Shout out to Ziggy, Lena. Shout out to all of you guys on here with the likes. We hit 30K likes. Insane. You guys killed it tonight. And man, I can't wait to have that viewer tracker, that like tracker, to see who gives the most likes. It's gonna be fun to see that. I'm gonna set that up for next live stream for sure. California is an alert for tsunami today. Really? That's crazy. Man. I'm going to lose. You'll definitely be at least top 3 for sure. Yeah, Pulse Chain's been taken off along with Hex. Cool, thanks. Anytime, Samuel. I think Bitcoin hits this year. I think it at least hits 150K this year. I'll be posting my Bitcoin price prediction this week. I'm working on it. But I'll be posting where I see Bitcoin's all-time high. Again, right? I mean, like I share this all the time. The yearly candle on Bitcoin. We're in our third yearly candle green. So if we continue this pattern that we've had for the last cycles, it would mean that we have a red candle 2026. So I believe at some point 2026 will flip red. And that will probably be the start of the bear market. Lena says, I'm going to win. Sometimes I'll watch the order block and wait for massive order and set my entry right above the price and basically ride the wells back. Usually sell out after 5% profit. That's a pretty good strategy. That's a pretty good strategy. A lot of people trade based off of that too, and also on volume. And a lot of people use book maps too. I think it's called book maps, I think. Could you check out Fetch AI? Got you. ACS. Man, you guys are giving me some coins I never heard of. I heard about Fetch, but Fetch is probably gonna be like around the same price. Man, where's that chart for Fetch that I had? I know I had a chart here. Yeah, this one. This can't be it. There's a chart out there for Fetch. Yeah, this one. Okay, Binance. Yeah. As you can see, Fetch is basically at its previous, slightly below its previous all-time highs. We put in that higher low. I mean, Fetch has a great structure. Breaking all-time highs, coming back down to the 618. This is usually when you want to see. We got that cross here too. I mean, that bearish cross, right? So it's kind of weird because a lot of coins are getting the golden cross. I mean, we can cross back here if Fetch, you know, starts this uptrend. But recently we got that bearish cross right there, that 200 crossing the 25. Could this mean more downturn for Fetch? Possibly. And I mean, when we had that cross up here, we had a big pump here for Fetch, right? Now we got that cross down. That's on the weekly, I think. Yeah, that's on the weekly. Let's actually take a look on the daily, see if the daily can save us. On the daily, it's kind of the opposite. On the daily, we're getting that golden cross up. Beginning to get that golden cross up. But I think the weekly is just a fake out. You can also kind of see it here. We'll probably cross, you know, we'll probably cross back down like that. Because I've seen a lot of times this happen. Again, it'll depend on Fetch pumping up here. Moving up in the market. But ultimately, I see Fetch just kind of in this bear flag. All right. I just see it in this bear flag here before, you know, it breaks out here to the upside. And it's just building support here at its previous all-time highs. So I am bullish on it. Especially when you know, zoom out and you can look at it. It's, you know, one of the best AI charts out there in this massive ascending channel right here. So, you know, what it's most likely going to do is put in a new high this year, right? Or during altcoin season, and do something like that. Which could go to, you know, above $6, $7 around there. So pretty good. Can you show my indicators, bro? Yeah, I'll show you my indicators I got, which you guys can access in the group or the course. Well, we have the where's the log waves? We got the log waves for Bitcoin. We can see here, this is where we topped out the previous cycles. And I believe we'll top out somewhere around here too. It's based on logarithmic regression. I also have the Fibonacci waves, which is great for buying during the bear market. Right now, that bear market Fibonacci zone starts around 48K. But again, this can change as Bitcoin is moving up, right? 48K, the lowest 25K. Last bull market, we came here to the bottom around 15K. That's what's crazy too, right? I mean, if you would have looked here on the monthly, you'd be like, okay, we're literally at the bottom of the fib waves here. Maybe this is a good time to buy. All right, maybe it's a good time to buy here. Because here in the past bear markets, it's not like, you know, we were at the bottom of it. We were in the green, which is good, but even the COVID dump right there. So I will be giving my predictions for the next bear market bottom. You know, we could possibly go up here to 48K. But yeah, that's two of them. I have the sniper scalp right here, but you can kind of see how we topped out here in that red zone, right? The previous cycles, we went above that red zone. So go above that red zone, it's possibly above 163. I mean, it's actually kind of where I predict Bitcoin to top out. Around where I see Bitcoin topping out. We go slightly above it. Let's get to 40K. 40K, let's go, guys. 40K, man. You guys killed it today. Shout out to Ziggy and Lena and everyone on here. You guys killed it today. 40K thousand likes, insane, man. And then my other indicator, the pi cycle top here for Bitcoin, very important indicator, because you can see here the last two bull markets, we flashed red here in the pi cycle, right? We flashed red, and I believe we will. I believe we will again. I believe we'll tighten up again. Possibly not flip, but get really close on the pi cycle indicator. So those are just some. I think I have some other ones too, but those are like. So I have the moving average one. Oh yeah, and down here. So down here I have the sentiment one, right? Bitcoin sentiment, Bitcoin Google searches. So this is the Bitcoin Google searches right here. What are my MAs? So my MAs, it's the SL6 MAs. These are the ones I use. These are the 6 that I use. The 8, the 25. I mostly use the 25 and 200 just to show you guys on here. They're the main ones, but the 50, 1 and 100 and 300 as well are pretty important. So I use those as well. In fact, right, you can kind of see the 300. We bounced off the 300 right here. 2019, we bottomed here on the 200. And the last cycle was the first time we break that 300 MA. All right, the 300 MA is kind of around 41K. I mean, maybe next cycle we will bottom on the 300. We'll see. But yeah, guys, that's it. I'll be live again tomorrow. Let's see what happens tomorrow. You can get it in my either joining my trading group or getting my course. So either one of those two. But I'll be live again tomorrow. Let's see what the FOMC meeting does to Bitcoin tomorrow. Again, like I said, Bitcoin is kind of it's still independent, right? We were about to break it here. We were red. We were about to break it, but what I believe kind of gives you that #1 signal that we're going to 111, 110 is if we break and close below that 116,800, that 25 MA on the daily. If we get that daily close tomorrow, right, we have a fake out to the downside. When we close above here, then I mean, then yeah, we're definitely going down that much. So yeah, all the links are in the description if you guys are interested in everything. I'll be oh yeah, ASC again, of course. I forgot about ASC. Check out Ziggy's coin. Axis Protocol. I think I've heard of this coin. Yeah, I think I may have heard of this coin. Oh man, this definitely doesn't look good, bro. What type of, is this like an AI project? I mean, at least it's not 2022. It came out 2023. We've been putting in new lows here. I mean, we put in the new low in June. What's kind of weird is that it's overbought. It's actually overbought on the weekly. And we were overbought here on the monthly back in January, but now we're coming down and putting in a new low. So, I mean, this is not good, right? I mean, we were pumping in January, which is good. Put in a lower low than the 2024. And then on this pullback, we put in a new low. So it's in this massive descending wedge, which, you know, it could break to the upside, but we're going to have to see a major reversal here, right? I mean, the good thing The bearish move would be a huge inverse head and shoulders, kind of like that. And we can start to basically curve up. So it's going to take a lot, but you know, it's possible. It depends a lot on the project. If the tokenomics are good. Doesn't look like it bottomed just yet, right? We might retest these lows again, especially if Bitcoin dumps. So it might come down here and retest these lows. RSR, yeah, RSR definitely looks better. If you actually look at RSR, you can see RSR looks better because it bottomed out here in 2022. 2022 right here. Actually 2023. So bottomed out here in 2023 and it's just been taken off since then, putting in higher highs, higher lows in this bullish structure, this bullish ascending channel. All right, so very bullish on RSR. And we're starting to get that flip on the daily too, so this is why I'm bullish on the market. A lot of coins are getting that golden cross on the daily. I mean, this isn't, you know, it doesn't happen all the time, but a lot of coins are getting that golden cross. And very soon on the weekly too, which we never had it on the weekly. Thank you for all you do, brother. Is it worth not having fingerprints? Thank you, Ziggy. And thank you all of you guys today, man. You guys killed it. Thank you guys for clicking the likes. I appreciate all of you guys on here on TikTok and on YouTube. Shout out to Ziggy, Lena, Simon, XTZ. Man, I keep forgetting all these coins, man. I'm never going to get off. I'll check out XTZ real quick, though, because I know you commented it earlier. Just didn't check it. So, I mean, XTC is kind of a rare pattern here, right? Kind of like a megaphone pattern right here, right? But it had a great month today. You know, we put in a new low. But again, this could be the start of that pivot, right? A lot of times we have, you know, we have that inverted head and shoulders play out. I can see once we break that 25, right? We can have a scenario where we break that 25, come down, retest it, put in that second shoulder, and kind of do something like that. So, you know, we're still very far on the weekly 25-200 cross. I'm pretty sure on the daily. Yeah, well, on the daily, we actually just did cross. But I wouldn't say this is one of the, you know, the most bullish coins out there. I know there's a lot of hype of Teslas too. A lot of big people like it. But I want to see it at least hold that 25 on the daily. If you can get a close above that 25, then we're starting to look more bullish, right? Which is about 88 cents. So once we close above that, then we can start to work our way up here to $1.50. And based on where we can go, I mean, look at that. Even the 618, that's where we're getting a rejection right there at the 618. If we recover with this coin, I mean, we can see 13 bucks, 13 to 18 bucks if we recover. You know, it's a big if, but that's why I want to see it hold 88 cents and then eventually break 120, the 618. So thank you guys so much. I'll be live again tomorrow. If you join, you'll get it while you're in the group. So, you know, as long as you're in the group. Yeah. I mean, yeah, as long as you're in a group, you'll have it as long as you're in the group. Which you'll have it on TradingView. But I'll be back on tomorrow, guys. It should be all in the link in the bio. The first link for the trading group. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully the FOMC is great news and we see a pump in the market. And if we don't, it'll just be great buying opportunities on these pullbacks for a lot of these altcoins that are looking bullish. So love you guys so much. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good night or good day. See you guys. Peace. How can I contact you? I have a Telegram. So my Telegram is actually the official is Sir Lewis 12. I don't know if you use Telegram, but it's Sir Lewis 12. I also do have a Twitter, a X. But if you see anything else besides Sir Lewis 12 on Telegram trying to contact you, that's not me. Mine is Sir Lewis 12. I just typed it. So definitely check it out. I'll be live again tomorrow, guys. Thank you guys that came. If you guys are interested again, join the group. Just message you. Okay, thank you. I'll check it out. Thank you, Bitcoin Billionaire. Thank you all of you guys on here who liked. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.